What noise was that? Happy New Year. I'd like to first off apologise about the mess. I've got parcels everywhere that I need to return or just deal with or take pictures of or whatever. But I want to start off by saying Happy New Year, because we made it. We made it through 2020. We made it through all this shit. I made it through a bunch of shit. Don't know about you, but it's been a terrible, terrible year. So I thought we'd just spend this time on this video to A, reflect on 2020, B, talk about how we want 2021 to go, and then just answer some questions. I got you guys to give me some Q&As on my Instagram story, and they are quite juicy. So I think I've got food in my teeth. Yep, let's start off with 2020. It was actually a shit show. Can we talk about this time last year? I think it may be this time last year. Probably not this exact day last year, but around this time last year, the talk of corona in like another country. Was it Italy? I'd heard it was somewhere, and I was like, oh, it'll never get to the UK. Like, you know, you just think, oh, it won't ever reach us. I remember feeling that. No one was scared. It was just like, oh my God, there's this thing called coronavirus over in this other country. Here we are, a whole year later, still locked the fuck down. So cheers for that, bozza. But yeah, so it's been a shit year. But funny things happen. I made friends for life. I think Rona, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, but Miss Rona definitely makes you realise who your real friends are. Because I've lost people who I thought were my real friends, but were not. And I've also gained people that I never thought would be so important to me and are now like my beating soul, you know? And I'm going into 2021 so happy with the people that I love, and I hope you all are too. And if you're not, it will come to you. 2021 is going to be the year. Like, it's going to be that milestone year where everyone's like, sheesh, it shaped me. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I've decided I'm going to manifest some things. Now, I'm not a massive believer. I wasn't a massive believer in manifestation, I'm not going to lie. But my best friend Meg is really big on law of attraction. And she always said to me last year when I wanted something to happen, she'd be like, right, you have to believe it. But not only believe it, you have to imagine it's already happening or it's already happened. Like, there's no room for even 1% doubt. It's going to happen. Like, it's happening. So I don't know why you're even thinking or talking about it, because it's happening, you know? So I'm manifesting money. Your gal needs some money. Like, I used to live a lavish life. Do you know what I mean? I used to just... I'm not going to flex on you and be like, yeah, influencing is an easy job. Or like, you know, it's just easy money, because it's not. This past year, it's not been easy. Like, obviously brands haven't been making a lot of money, therefore brands aren't paying, therefore it's all gifting, therefore. So, I know it's been a hard job, and I've contemplated going back to a 9 to 5, but then again, this is something I've always wanted to do, YouTube and Instagram. So I was like, and I just got lazy with it. I got really lazy with it. So I'm manifesting this year work opportunities, like, say it with me, do you know what I mean? And I'm manifesting financial growth, because... Oh, someone just got a message. I'm manifesting just financial growth. Your girl wants handbags, you know. I need to organise my life, because, you know, I've got a boyfriend now. Don't know how I managed that one, but I was cutting it fine, wasn't I? Midnight on New Year's Eve, just slotted that in the last minute of 2020, but... stepped into 2021 with a boyfriend, and he lives in the Netherlands. He's Dutch. Oh, beautiful. He's just, oh, he's like a sexy god. But yeah, so he lives in the he lives in the Netherlands, so I need to have money for this double life that I'm going to be now living. Oh my God, you'd think that they'd just like, I'm filming. Yeah, so that's what I need to do. So this is like just a lovely little catch up to tell you what's going on in my life. I'm still living with my dad and all my brothers, who are exhausting, tiring. They bully the shit out of me. We love it and we're here for it. And I'm between here in Nottingham and the Netherlands. Not very far away, I know. Well, you know, a flight to the Netherlands is like 45 minutes. I was in the air on Boxing Day. My flight was at 11:40 on Boxing Day in the morning. No, 10:40 UK time, 11:40 Dutch time. I was meant to land at 1:05 and I landed at 12:15. And I text Storm, like, by the way, his name is Storm. At actual birth name as well. How cool is that? I thought Storm was like a really cool individual quirky name until he told me like that's a really common Dutch name, and I was like, oh. But I texted Storm about 12:15 and was like, I've landed. He hadn't even set off from Alkmaar, which is an area that he lives in Holland. So yeah, it's literally, it takes me less time to get to Amsterdam than it does to get to London via train, and it's also cheaper. So top tip for you girls, just go across seas. They're so beautiful, and their accent, do you know what I mean? I want to be really healthy. I've been in remission now with my health for a solid, like, we're talking best part of a year now. I've been in remission, which means if you don't know, that I am the healthiest I've ever been. With my Crohn's disease, I'm not battling anymore, I'm just living with it. There's a very big difference. If I was battling with it, I'd be exhausted. I still get really tired, like my body still shuts down, but that is just a symptom of the disease. I don't think any treatment's going to stop that. But you guys in remission, so I'm just asking 2021. I'm not asking, I'm telling 2021 to bring me good health. I'm just so, like, I don't want any more relationships. I just want this to be it forever. Like, I'm sick of having to get a boyfriend or date someone, break it with them, and then you've got to get to know someone else and ask someone else what their favourite colour is. I don't care to ask anyone else what their favourite fucking colour is, or if they like cats or dogs. So 2021, this is Storm is going to be my baby daddy, okay, and my husband. Not this year, thank you. I'm not ready to bear children, but yeah. Financial stability, thank you. Health, happiness, good laughs with my pals. Don't change my pals. I'm happy with the friends I've got right now. Some of them could use a little bit of tweaking, mentioning no names, Abby, but keep them as they are. Thank you. So that's that on that part of the video. I thought that we'd now answer some questions, because you guys asked me some juicy questions. Okay, question number 1. Favourite question. Is your boyfriend's brother single? His name is Cuba. He is single and he is beautiful. And you'd be lying if you said the whole family weren't beautiful, to be quite honest with you, because everyone I showed the family to were like, their genes. Their genes. Cuba is actually 17, but he looks about 28. Crazy. Storm, my boyfriend, is 21. He's younger than me. I'm a cougar. On a scale of 1 to 10, how in love are you? I'm actually not in love yet. Honestly, I'm this obsessed with him now and I'm not in love with him yet. Do you know what it is? It takes a long time to really fall in love. Like, I love a lot of people. I love. My family hate me because they're like, you just love love. You just love being in relationships. You tell everyone you love them. Every time you get off the phone, you're like, okay, love you, bye. Like, you say it 24/7. My cousin Boba was like, you tell me you love me 8 to 10 times a day. Yes, I do. But being in love is a completely different thing. For me, being in love is like you've just fallen flat on your face. Like, I am falling. This is actually making me feel so sick. I'm not a simp. I'm actually not a simp. I'm not a simp. Am I a simp? Do I really want to simp on YouTube right now? I'm falling in love. That's disgusting. Moving on. What is your favourite European city? Well, we're not even part of the EU anymore. Sad story. Which is going to make travel very hard. I had to get a visa. What's your favourite European city? Anyway, that's my cousin in the background, by the way. I can't keep saying cousin because you're actually dating my actual cousin, so that's just not right. She's not actually my cousin, she's just a friend, a really good family friend who's actually dating my cousin, so there's no cousin link going on here. Favourite European city is... I love France. Paris, Brittany, Calais, all of that. Do you know what I mean? France is up there. Never been to Barcelona, really want to go. Oh no, my favourite European city, done, Italy. How dare I forget that it's... Italy is the place I want to just be buried. Like, I want to get married in Italy. Like, I also want a honeymoon in Italy, even though I've just got married there. Italy is my favourite place ever. I've been going pretty much every year since I was 18 on my own. Which everyone thinks is bizarre, but it's just my little place where I can make memories. Do you know what I mean? If you had to live somewhere other than the UK, where would it be? Well, now I'm in a relationship. I don't know if you've heard, or I don't know if I've told you. It'd be the Netherlands. I will... if obviously I'm still with my boyfriend in the long term, then the plan for me is to move to Holland because it's better than the UK. There's more fun stuff to do and way more rivers and lakes and boats and stuff. Who doesn't like a boat? How did you meet your boyfriend if he lives in the... These are all questions about my boyfriend. Like, I'm still just an individual, guys. I'm still a girl. How did you meet your boyfriend if he lives in the Netherlands, and how often will you see each other? God. I was about to lie about how we met, but I think I best tell the truth. Basically, I stalked him. Basically. So it was September. I'm going to set the scene. It was a cold and frosty night on September the 2nd. And I was laying in this bed and I was on TikTok. And I found a video of Cuba, Storm's little brother. And it was like him laying in bed doing some sort of sexual, like, he's very flirty on TikTok, okay? And I was like, this boy is 17. He looks about 28. Okay, he's honestly like, he's beautiful. So I sent the video to the girls and was like, girls, can we just take a moment to look at this boy? How old do you think he is? And they were like, oh my God, wow, he's like 25. I was like, no, he's 17, right? But as you know on TikTok, when you've gone on a video enough times or whatever, videos from the same person or whatever tend to come up on your page, like your For You homepage. A couple of days later, he put another video up, or another video came up, and it was like, my biggest flex is my siblings are the most beautiful siblings in the world or something. And it flicks to little clips of his siblings. And he's got a younger sister, an older sister, and an older brother. Storm. And I watched this TikTok and I literally went... Oh. And I watched it about 15 times, not even lying. And I saw this Storm and in my head I was like, I just... have to know this boy. I have to know him. I have to know his favourite colour. I have to know what he smells like. I have to know when his birthday is. I have to know if he likes cats or dogs. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to just know him because I was like, I've never seen anyone who looks like this. I have to know him, right? So I went on Instagram with no actual understanding of how much of a psychopathic stalker I would look. Found Cuba, went on Cuba's following, found Storm, followed Storm. Storm then followed me back. Literally like an hour later. So I screenshot it to the girls back on September 3rd and was screenshotting it and was like, girls, look at this guy. Oh my God, he's beautiful. And they're like, wow, he's beautiful. I was like, yeah, but he's in the Netherlands. Like, it's just a little crush. And he still didn't fucking message me on Instagram. And I was like, this guy, like, oh, I've already stalked him. Do I have to go and follow him too? Like, do I have to do all the work? Turns out I had to do all the work. So one day he put a story up and it was like had a song in the background. It was Georgia Smith. I was like, so I popped up to him like, oh yeah, Georgia Smith, like beautiful voice or something. And it was September the 13th. And we got to talking and we were messaging for a whole month and voice noting. And his little accent, he was like, he sounded like the guy on 365 Days, you know, and he's like, are you lost, baby girl? I was like, oof. I'm actually going to find that first voice note that I got off him. Okay, this... God, we really did message for quite a long time, didn't we? Oh my God. Oh, here we go, right. Here we get to the juicy stuff now. Here we go. So my first message was Georgia Smith, love her face. He replied saying, in love with that queen. I then tried to play it cool and ignored it. He then sent me a video and then replied saying, you like a video of his outfit, like he was in a lift. And I was like, oh, you look nice. And he put sweet like you. I was like, thank you. Where are you from? I'm from Amsterdam. What about you? And then I ignored. He then replied to my other story. And I replied like, oh, I love Amsterdam. I've been loads. I'm from Nottingham in the UK. Oh, nice to hear. Like really, just like sickening. And then his response was one of these.
I think I have just a typical Dutch English accent.
So I remember I was sat on this bed with my friend and we both played it and we were like, his voice is so sexy. So we were talking, anyway, from September 13th all the way to October 13th. And then on October 13th, I said, oh, we should FaceTime. And he was like, yeah, we should. And then I thought, oh, should I, like, is there going to be a language barrier? Like, are we really going to get on? Is there going to be that much humour? Like, I don't really know. So for a whole month, from October 13th to November 14th, we arranged to FaceTime. Like, I'd say I'd FaceTime him, he'd say okay, and then I'd never call. Or he'd say he'd call and would never call. So for a whole month, it was this back and forth of never actually FaceTiming. And then on November 14th, he called and I answered. And we were just talking and FaceTiming for hours and hours and hours. And every night we kept FaceTiming. One night, oh, I've got hiccups. One night we FaceTimed till like 7 in the morning. Anyway, he was like, I need to meet you. I was like, I need to meet you. So he flew me out. First time I flew out, I was very, very nervous, very, very scared because I was meeting a complete stranger. Bearing in mind, my dad obviously took him apart on FaceTime. Was like, if you hurt her, if you kill her, I'm going to kill you. The bullet, whatever, will be yours. I need the address. My brother was like, 112, 112, 112, which is the Dutch police number. He kept texting at me repeatedly. So that was worry. But I went, And I was there, and I went for, I think it was like 6 days, and I didn't want to come home, and then it all went from there, and then he flew me back out and stuff, and then I went out for Boxing Day or for New Year's and stuff. So yeah, it's nice. I've now met everyone, all his family, all his friends, even his grandma. But that's how we met, basically, because I'm a stalker and my mum always taught me to go after what I want. Next question. Would you ever go on Love Island if you didn't have a boyfriend? The answer's no. Just because I love watching it, but I just feel like it's so harsh. Like, I feel like you get so much hate. You can be anyone. You can be the nicest, sweetest, juiciest peach in the world, and you're still going to find someone who doesn't like peaches. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've now got friends off Love Island, and I talk to them, and they're like, it doesn't matter what you do. There's going to be memes taking the piss out of the way you look, or your face, or your body, or anything. And I've got a thick skin, but I also just don't care enough for that. I really take my hat off to people now that go on Love Island, because it's such a massive platform. I don't have the cahoots. I don't have the minerals to be strong enough for the hate, I don't think. What's your favourite juice? Apple juice. And if you don't like apple juice, then I feel like there's something seriously, severely wrong with your taste buds, because apple juice and peach iced tea are the only two soft drinks that really, really quench your thirst. And if you've not tried peach iced tea, Lipton peach iced tea, then try it, because it will change your life. How do I stop comparing and start accepting myself and my own life? Okay, so probably I am the right person to ask, but I'm also the wrong person to ask, because I still compare. I think you're always going to compare like yourself to other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I first left the circle, I did it a lot, especially with other influencers, because I didn't have any idea. I have a lot of influencer friends who've really grown their platform and grown their page from the very start. So they knew exactly what direction they wanted to go and exactly what they wanted their feed to be like, what their niche was, everything. I went on a TV show, didn't have my phone, gave my phone over to the staff with 3,000 followers, came out with, at the time, I think it was like 88,000. I've lost a lot, but you do when you leave a TV show. But I'm fine with that, because I'm now starting to sort of shape the profile and the person I want to be online. I want to be that big sister, that one that people can message and takes the piss out of herself and doesn't take life too seriously and has fun. And I want my feed to be very real and not false and not fake, and, you know, clothes that I would actually wear and I would actually style myself in, not just because it's an ad and things like that. So I think now I've gotten to that place, I don't compare myself as much. And accepting myself is a massive part of having something going on in my own life. My friends get really pissed off with me when I've got nothing going on in my own life, because I'm doing nothing. So I'm really insecure, and I'm like, I want to spend all my time with my friends, like, and they're like, well, we're busy with uni or this or that or that or this guy, or they've got their boyfriend, and I'm like, yeah, but what about me? What about our friendship? And I turn into an absolute fucking fanny. So for me, a massive part of accepting myself is having a fruitful life for myself. If I have things to do, people to see, my own challenges, my own projects, then I'm actually like, oh, okay, Georgina, yeah, your life actually is going in some sort of direction. You are having fun. You have got things that are yours and for yourself, and that's really good enough, and you are good enough, and you deserve everything that's going on around you because you've worked for it. So the way I accept myself is to make sure I've got a lot of stuff going for myself. Don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. But favourite moment from the circle was meeting Richard Madeley. If you've not seen the clip, it's on my Instagram. I went into the circle as myself and was very raw and honest about my Crohn's disease and my colostomy bag, and he was really touched by it, and we had a very, very, very meaningful conversation in which he gave me immunity for the next round of the show. But it was amazing. It was honestly like just the most amazing, touching, and we email back and forth. We still speak now. Like, he's a really good friend and an amazing, amazing guy. What's it like doing a long distance relationship during COVID? It's a fucking nightmare. A long distance relationship during COVID is honestly the most exhausting thing, because it's 45 minutes away. It's not far. But before the 31st, I could travel with a negative PCR test. No, before the 23rd, I could travel freely. From the 23rd, when the borders shut, it was all that big shutdown thing for a few days because of the new strain, it had to be negative PCR, which is fine, but it didn't have to be essential. I didn't have to give anyone a reason. And then now we've left the EU, as of the 31st, I have to have a negative PCR test, and it has to be essential. I'm self-employed Instagrammer, so it's not essential. So I actually don't know when I'm next going to go to the Netherlands to see my boyfriend. There is actually something on the Gov website about being able to do a long distance application form. so you can go and visit your partner if they're in a long distance relationship. It's a lot, but me and Storm really need to look into it, and how we're going to do it. He actually does come to the UK for work sometimes, and he's in construction, so it's essential. So hopefully I'll be able to see him, but I should be seeing him soon. But it's hard work. Hopefully when COVID, not saying COVID's going to disappear, but when COVID gets better, I'm going to be out there. I'm hopefully going to go out there for the summer, but it is hard work. But we really are crazy about each other, so we're going to make it work, because that's what happens when you are crazy about someone. Cringe. What beauty tips do you think can work for men and women? Men and women both. Drink water. Just drink loads of water. You want clear skin? Drink water. I don't drink enough. Storm tells me off. I really don't, and because I don't drink enough, I get really sore lips, or around my mouth they crack, they crust. It's disgusting. And then no. So drink water. Also, skincare routine. Storm has a better skincare routine than me. He wears face masks. He has night cream, day cream, exfoliator, and his makeup wipes, and that's it. That's it. So I think skincare and drinking water are good for both sexes. Last question. What is your favourite pastime? My favourite pastime is being on my own. This is actually so sad. My favourite pastime is being on my own in this room when it's tidy. I've currently got suitcases that haven't been unpacked, and parcels that I've come home to, so just ignore that. But on my own with my fairy lights on in this room, it being really warm and cosy, my big TV on, and binge watching a series that has loads of episodes left. So the perfect evening for me would be if I'd never watched Sex Education and I was starting at Sex Education series 1 episode 1 and I've never watched it, with the Chinese crispy M&Ms, maybe some Reese's peanut butter cups, specifically these ones, these are the best, a massive pint of orange squash with ice cubes, pyjamas, slathered in moisturiser, pyjamas, cosy socks. That, oh my god, is my favourite thing to do. Just that, what I just said. I'm more of a series girl than a movie girl, but that is just, it actually gives me shivers, chills. So I hope you enjoyed that little Q&A, catch up, where I am in my life, where I'm living. I've had a lot of questions just where are you living now, what are you doing? I'm still very much in Nottingham, and I'm planning on being I just spat everywhere. Lovely. I'm planning on being for the foreseeable future. I hope you all have a really good start to the year. If you're feeling really sluggish, I know the announcement of another national lockdown, I'm literally picking my eyeball out. I know the announcement of another national lockdown is really hard and difficult for a lot of people. I don't want to sound cliche and cringy, but my DMs and stuff are always open. I've even got my email on my Instagram page, so do just drop me a line if you want to have someone to chat or moan to. And then the next video will be Storm. After that, I'm going to force him to do a video with me, maybe a challenge or a Q&A or something, I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your evening.